Today, we'll be taking a look at the hot water inlet valve on this LG front-load washing machine. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, you must first remove this top here. Of course, it is held on by 2 Phillips screws on the back. Next, be very careful. Let's slide this sharp metal off, lift it up, and set it to the side. Now that we have the top removed, we have clear access to our hot water valve over here. Now, there are 2 in particular scenarios that would lead you to getting to this valve. One would be if the unit will not stop filling with hot water. Since this works as a trap door, sometimes calcium and sediment will get inside the line here and cause that door to stick open, thus causing water to continuously enter your machine. If that is the case, it will need to be replaced. The second scenario would be if you are not getting any hot water in the machine. One thing that you can do is you can take the hot water line off the back and ensure that you have good hot water pressure. As long as that's okay, the next thing you want to check is right inside the screen just to make sure you don't have any sediment built up. If that's okay, you can test for voltage. And what you'll do is you'll set your cycle on a hot water test and you'll run and see if you have 12 volts DC going to the valve. If you have 12 volts DC and you have water present and no hot water is going through, it will need to be replaced. Now, to replace it, first, just to make it a little easier, we're going to take off all of our wiring here. And then on the back, we have 1 Phillips screw that's holding it in. Just take that off, and then slide it over to the side and pull out. This will give us our water valve assembly up to the top. Now, the next thing I want you to do before you disconnect the water line is I want you to disconnect the valve from the bracket. You might want to use some gloves. It is a little sharp, but basically you're going to slide it off of the bracket. Use a pair of pliers to pull down the water line. Now, sometimes this can get stuck. I recommend giving it a twist and try to separate it from that plastic. There we go. Now, set your valve to the side. When installing a new valve, we're going to do it a little bit backwards. We're going to install the valve on your bracket first. In order to do so, you just slide it right in the slotted area. Slide it all the way down. It's a little stiff. You'll hear it pop into place. Then I want you to put the hose on. That way it's lined up and it's not going to twist. Slide that hose back on there and use a pair of pliers to reinstall the clamp. Let's slide this bad boy back inside the frame, and then once you do, pull it to this side and then slide it to the right. So we get it in, slide it over to the right, reinstall our screw. Next, let's go ahead and reinstall the wiring harness. Do our cold valve, our hot valve, followed up by our pressure sensor. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling your top panel, be very careful. We don't want to slice and dice. Just go ahead and sit it down. You'll want about 1 inch away from the front. That's where it actually drops down. And then you can slide it forward and it should match up with the front. Let's reinstall the 2 screws on the back. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.